The man has been lying face down for 48 hours straight, but he doesn't dare move an inch. Behind him is a 100-meter cliff, and the slightest slip would send him plunging to his death. His fingers dig desperately into the ground, but the sand is too loose, and he can't hold on. His body starts sliding toward the edge, and with his hands failing him, he's forced to use his face as a brake, just to stop himself in time. But right then, the phone in his backpack starts ringing. He knows that if he lifts a hand, his body will slide down the cliff, so he carefully adjusts his position, pressing his face into the dirt, switching hands, and finally, he manages to grab the phone. The next moment, the man is stuck, right on the edge of the cliff. Below him are jagged rocks, black and sharp, waiting to tear him apart. 2 more hours pass, and the mental and physical exhaustion push him to the brink of collapse. Suddenly, he starts whispering under his breath. He's calculating the timing of the waves crashing against the rocks below. If he can time it right, he might survive the fall by letting the seawater cushion the impact. As he finishes counting down, he lets go, pushing off with all his strength, and plunges into the sea below. But the water is too shallow, and his hip slams into the rocks. The impact is so intense that he blacks out instantly, but luckily, he regains consciousness in time, using every last ounce of strength to finally break the surface of the water. But the real test is only just beginning. After making it to shore, he checks himself carefully. Aside from a gash on his hand, everything seems okay, but the moment he tries to stand, he barely takes a step before another wound opens up on his head. That's still not the worst of it. The impact on his lower back, when he hit the water, has left his legs completely numb. It's then he remembers. He still hasn't called his wife back. He scrambles for his phone, only to find it soaked with seawater, unresponsive no matter how many times he presses it. With no other choice, he starts screaming for help at the top of his lungs. But who would ever come to a godforsaken place like this? Ahead of him is a steep, vertical cliff. Behind him is an endless ocean, and there's nowhere to go. So he takes off his t-shirt, using it to quickly patch up his wounds, then lies down on the rocks to conserve his strength, slowly drifting off to sleep. When he opens his eyes again, he forces himself to calm down. The pain in his lower back reminds him that he needs to find a solution fast. He scans his surroundings, knowing that climbing the cliff is impossible. But in the distance, he spots a small island, and that island becomes his only hope for survival.